Okay guys, and welcome to something different this week. We've getting our van ready for winter, and what we do every year before we do a Scotland run is or a winter run is we do an engine service. So today we're going to be doing a oil and filter change on the engine. We do it ourselves. It's just cost me, I think it was just under £90 for the oil, filters, and I'll do it myself. In a past life I was a mechanic for a few years. This is a private car park I'm on. This is our car park which I'm on, so we got no bother with anybody moaning to the council or anything about me doing it on here. And I've just put the ramp under just to level it up a little bit. I've had the engine running, so I've got the oil lukewarm. I'm going to leave the van in gear, as well as making sure the handbrake's on good and tight, because obviously I won't want it rolling off this ramp where I've just took on, since I'm going to be underneath it. I ain't got to get too far underneath it. I'll just put some sheeting down here, and then I can reach the sun plug. The oil filter is right at the front of the engine. The air filter's in the top. And we're doing this today. Today is Wednesday. No, is it? Yes, today is Wednesday. And we're going to be doing a trip to Scotland over Christmas again, like we used to do. We're coming back on the 10th of February, I think it is. So we're going to be up there for 2.5 months. So before we get this serviced, loads of leaves. Got an old bowl to catch the old oil, which I keep in the shed for every time I do it. I tips the old oil out of the bowl back into the new oil container and take it down dispose of it properly down the tip. So we've got a T50 socket on the end of the wrench. I'll just put this beam behind this back wheel. Actually, I'll put it behind the front wheel. Don't make no difference. At least you can see me do it. That's it. That's going to stop it rolling backwards, and I'll stick one on the front of the back wheel. That's it. That should hold it all nice and secure now. Now what we'll do, I've got a little tripod here. I'll stick you on a tripod in a sec. The other thing we've done, guys, is for this year, and I've done a little bit of a video on it, is that we've fitted a diesel heater. I did a little bit of a a video on it, and I'll add it to this video, or you've already saw it and this video is going to be behind it, whichever way round. Okay then guys, I'm sure whether you can actually see what I'm doing now, but this is the best I can do for you, I'm afraid. So we've got a socket which is just about here, which I've just got to do a plug, which I've got to undo, obviously to loose the oil out. Get my hands nice and black now. I ought to put some gloves on really, but there you go. And there we have it. That's the old oil coming out. Just grab you out so you can just see what's happening. Here we have it. Got the old oil coming out there. My hands are absolutely covered in it. And then the oil filter is right here, right in front of us. So once that's drained off, I'll put the bowl underneath the oil filter and see if I can screw that off. And come to the end of that. But I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go and get some cleaning rag. Just get my hands a bit clean before I start messing with the oil filter. So I'll switch it back off and switch it on again in a minute. But it's actually a number 8. I don't know if you can see that. So it's a number 8 Allen key, and that is a perfect fit for that bolt, for that nut, bolt, sun plug. See that? Perfect fit. And that's a number 8. And that's just come out of a little socket set. Just show you the little socket set what we carry around with us. There you go. This was gifted to me by a really close friend to put in the van. You never know. Well, hopefully we never get to use it, but I'm actually using it today for this oil change. Okay guys, so I'm going to stick that plug back in, and then we'll see if we can see if I can just unscrew the oil filter by hand. As a rule, they don't tend to put them too tight, so hopefully I can do that. Okay guys, so I'm sure you can actually see that working now. I'm just going to wipe some of this oil from around this sun plug hole. Just put a bit of paper there just to see if I can catch some of this. We don't have it dripping on the car park. So yeah, just get a bit of a rub round and then put this in as quick as I can, so we don't get no drips. Here we go. That's the sun plug back in the hole. Now this don't need to be too tight, just nip it up really, I think. Just got a short length spanner on it. And that should do it. Not too much behind it, not too much force behind it. What I will do over the next few days is just check to make sure there's no leaks on it. Okay then guys, so the next step is, what I've done here, I've left the oil cap off, and that way I ain't going to forget to stick the oil back in. I wouldn't be doing that anyway, but you know. So now that we've got the oil filter, which is here, now I'm not going to be able to show you me do this while I'm holding the camera, but again this turns anti-clockwise to screw it off. Then obviously we got a new one to stick in place. So okay, so I don't know if you can just see that now guys. Let's grab a bit of rag, just wipe the filter over. any dirt off it. And again, should be reasonably just sort of hand tight, I would have thought. You don't want to socket these up because you break the seals. You can just bring the oil tub back over. Yeah, I might be able to see it, I am 100% sure. There you go, I'm doing my best for you guys. Anyway, it's an oil filter. So, that's a little bit tighter than I thought. That's got it. So now we just got to get this off. Try not to get too much oil over myself. Just screws off. There you go, I'm covering the shite again. Oh well. That woke me up, that did. It started that Porsche up. I definitely needed some gloves on, guys, I'll tell you what. I won't be doing it again without them. I don't think we'd have quite as much spillage on it, but there you go. There we have it, that's the old filter off. There you go, that's the old filter. And then I'm just going to compare the filters to make sure they've given me the right one, because I don't want to be putting a filter on which is obviously wrong. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. Switch off and I'll catch you back in a bit. Okay again, guys, so this is the air filter. Sorry, this ain't, it's the oil filter. And I've just checked it, it is the same, maybe a different brand, but same size, all the gaskets and all the rest of it, the right diameters, all that sort of stuff. So that's all good to go back on. Now with this oil filter, I mean, providing that the video showed you it coming off, it just fits back onto the threaded part of the engine at this angle, so it's not being tipped over to go in, it's just straight up. And what I suggest anybody would do, and what I'm going to do myself, is I'm going to fill this up with oil before I put it in. Reason being, let me just make sure I've got it nice and steady. The reason being is that obviously if there's no oil in it, the pump has got to work that little bit harder to get some oil into that filter. So we've got a Pro Power Ultra OW30 C2 Eco. This is the recommended oil for this engine. It's a Peugeot Boxer, it's Bluad version. Euro 6 engine, I think it's a 2 litre like I just said, and I think it's the same engine, to be fair, as what they put in the Ford, in the Transits, I think. So I've been told by a mechanic. Whether he's right or not, I don't know. So as you can see, I'm just putting some oil in there, letting it go down. I don't know if I'm actually got this camera on there, I of course see without my glasses on. But I'll just keep topping this up until I fills it. Then I'll screw it back on. Any spillage onto my hands, so I need to be clean all this time instead of black dirty oil. Just keep topping it up and it just runs through the filter. But the filter actually takes more oil than what you'd think it takes, as you can see. Just keep topping it up. And also keep doing this until there's no bubbles coming out. So then I know it's fully charged with oil. Then I'll clamber back underneath. I'll just rub a little bit of oil around this gasket as well, just to help to seal it. And again, I'll just let it run for a few days. It's probably on our way up to Scotland when I pulls in for fuel or whatever. Let's just have a little crawl underneath, make sure there's no leaks on it or anything like that. The engine is really clean in this van. It's done, I think we're on about 45,000 miles on it now from new. So not a lot of mileage on it really. We've got no leaks on it at all at the moment, so and when I bought the oil, the guy that the garage, well, the car spares, told me that I'd need this little litre one, plus the bigger container to make sure I've got enough oil for the engine. There you go. So you can see, guys, we've got oil right to the top now. Stop bubbling, so obviously that's 99/100% full. Just put this oil down. Out of reach of me kicking it over. Just going to dab my finger in there now and just rub it round the gasket. A bit of rag just to wipe it off the end of my finger, and that's it. Down I go. Hold it nice and steady so it don't tip out, and just screw it back up into the filter area. Right, guys, I'm going to turn you off here because obviously I can't do this one-handed. Catch you in a sec. Okay then, guys, so that's all back on. I've just moved the sheet from underneath. That's all the work done for putting the taking the oil out. That's the oil out, filter changed, and now we've got the new oil to put in. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to leave this cap just on the top there so that I don't forget to put it back on later. The oil's got to be topped up back through that hole there, so again I can't do that while I'm holding the tub, so I'm going to switch you off again, and what I'm going to be doing is putting the oil in what I think's got to go in. Then I shall leave it 5 minutes just to settle into the sump, make sure it's gone straight through the engine before starting it, because obviously the oil pickup for the engine, for the oil pump pickup is in the sump. So you know, if the oil's not got down into the sump properly, it's still floating around the top of the engine, then it's going to be picking up nothing. So we'll fill it up with oil anyway now, leave it 5 minutes, and then we'll start it up. In the meantime, while we've been waiting for them 5 minutes, I must be taking this off, and this is the air filter, and we're going to change the air filter while we're messing at it. Now it does need the it will need the diesel filter fitted, but to be honest with you, I ain't got the height in which I need to do that, because I do believe it's just behind the engine. So we will get our mechanic, take it around to the mechanics and let him just do that job for me. Okay guys, catch you in a bit. So you see, guys, it's a bit dodgy getting this oil in here. Nice and steady does it, because I don't want it all over the engine. I don't want to put any oil on the engine at all, because it's nice and clean, and that's how I want it to be kept. That's the last of the oil now to go in there. I think that will be enough. So now we just got the air filter to do. Couple of little drops just dropped on it there, look, just get them off. Now I will check the oil again later, but I'm going to just put that on so it don't get forgotten. There you go. We don't know them because we know that's going to spray all the oil all over the place if we do. So okay then guys, to get this off, there's 4 of these screws. I think that's a bit of a crap idea really, because they was pretty tough to get out. And obviously there's the filter then, that just lifts out. As you can see guys, that's that was needed to be changed. There's no bits or nothing in the bottom of the air filter compartment, so that needs to be changed. Let's have a quick look. Make sure we've got the same filter going back in. Again, different brand, as you can see. Apart from the brand, it's all the same. There's no debris in there. I will just get a tissue, just get a quick wipe round, and that's it. Right then guys, I'm going to stick this back together. So that's about it really. We've done the oil, we've put the oil, replaced the oil, we've done an oil filter, and then we've got the air filter here, which I'm now going to put in. And that's all good. So hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave you at that. Morning guys, and welcome to another vlog. Now as you can see, I've got the van in pieces. Well, I'm just putting it together. But how can I put this here? We started building this van 2020, I think it was 2019, late 2019. And when we built it, we built it with gas. So we've got a Trumerita, which is running off. I don't know if we have that seat underneath here. There's a gas tank there. I don't know if you can see that guys. It's running off a 30 litre LPG gas tank. And to be honest with you, it's absolutely brilliant. Until the point where you go up to somewhere like Scotland and you can't get any gas. You can get gas, but we go to sort of the Isle of Arran and stuff like that, you can't get no gas. So what I've decided to do is put a secondary heater in, which is a diesel heater, which you can obviously see down there on the floor. So what I've done, and I've already done it, I've got to apologise because it was supposed to be a fit a diesel heater into my van video, but I was using the DJI Pocket 2, and for whatever reason the card on it is corrupt, so the video is no longer. So what I've actually done on these Peugeots, Citroens, you could take this, I can just show you, this cover off here. I don't know if that's actually showing. I'm just going to open the side door because there's a little bit more light in. Okay. Move these out of the way. So by removing this cover, this one, the way I've done it, I actually unbolted the double seat and just put it in the back of slightly back in the back of the van. But I mean, you can get that out. You can get it off. Let me just get this right with you guys. You can get it off, providing you haven't got the swivel seat on, because I've got the swivel seat part onto it. This part is part of the swivel seat, so obviously you can't get that off proper. You can get it off, but but you can't access the sender unit so easy. Now I don't want to take all that back off again, but trust me, it was a 2-minute job to fit the pipe in there. And then what I've done on the inside of the van, I just made it easy. I've put 2 outlets, one facing the front, one facing the back, and there's our controller. Like I said, I have had all this up and running. I've just took it apart just so I can show you how I did it. I was really a bit naffed off, really, to be fair, when I realised that the card weren't working on the other camera. So I'll just pop you underneath now and just show you what I've done. Now I've fitted the heater underneath, and that's because I've got no room inside the van. Now I did ask the question on one of the motorhome Facebook pages, and I had a lot of people saying, oh, there's plenty of room in that van, it's a big van, there's plenty of room. Well, trust me guys, when I built it with the gas, and the cupboards ain't big enough to get this heater into the cupboards, or I'm losing too much of the cupboards, if that makes sense. You know, where I've just showed you with the outlet pipes in the van, then I'm only losing one cupboard there, whereas if I just tried to stick the heater into that cupboard, I was losing the cupboard next door to it as well. So we decided to stick it underneath. So the way I've done that, I'll just quickly show you that. I do need to get it all put back in. We've cut an hole into it here. The unit actually fits inside of this part of the chassis. I've put some all threads into the chassis and then put locking nuts onto it. As you can see, the all threads was put in using one of these. I don't know if you can, if you know how these works, guys, but you've just got works like a pop rivet gun, really. But instead of a pop rivet gun, just screw one of these threads things onto the end of it, onto the end of there. Then you put this up the hole what you pre-drilled, and then as you use it like a pop rivet gun, this swells out. It's called a rivet nut, and that swells out, and that gives you a nut within the chassis. They am good. I've used this throughout the van build. I put the solar panels on using the same thing. Just put a bit of silicone if you're going to use this on a solar panel. When you put them on, just put a bit of silicone around and stuff, make sure no water gets through or anything like that. Ours has been fine. So then I got my brother to build me, or to make me, this plate. Again guys, I ain't sure if you seeing that with the light. But he made me this plate. It comes with a plate, but it weren't wide enough to do what I wanted to do, so I got him to, he got like a CNC machine thing, and he made it on that. And then obviously, like I've just said to you, we just got these 4 stems coming down, which just goes back into there. I took a little bit of the chassis off, to be honest with you, just there. Just cut it out. It's only thin steel. Don't really take much doing. But anyway, I've cut that out, and then the back part of the heater fits inside of there. There's a little gap, so make sure that you got some air being sucked into it. And then obviously this pipe here goes back to your airflow inside of the van. Right then guys, I'm going to put it back together, and then once I've done that, I'll just show you what it looks like finished. Let's turn this off and we'll crack on with it. Catch you in a bit. Yeah, and then guys, so I don't know if you can just see that running now. Little fan going on. It's only a cheap Chinese diesel heater. Loads of heat coming out of that now. It's only on one setting. There's two ways you can set this. You can get them set for temperature, for room temperature, or you can get it set just so you've got a power 1 to 10, I think it is. And I've just left mine on that power 1 to 10, so I'll just turn it off when I'm warm enough, easy enough to do. Let's put you outside now and just show you how it's looking from underneath here. It is running. I just thought I'd let it run for a bit. So just put my exhaust up there like that, and then that's it. It's all I don't know if this is showing. I don't know if it's bright enough. Air intake's going in there. Just got some bits of wires here now just to cable tie up, just to tie them up out the way. And that's it, guys. So that's been a bit of a ball ache just to do this bit of a video. I hope I get a thumbs up and a like and all the rest of it, because I've actually took it all down just for the purpose of this. But yeah, I mean, it's easy enough to put underneath here. I just got my brother, like I said, I got my brother to make one of these plates to fit it all onto. You can hear it now roaring away. I've put some rust proof on this little bit of a chassis because I had to cut a bit of that out just to get the to get into that section. But yeah, no bother. So guys, we've got diesel now coming straight from the tank, and we've got LPG. And the LPG, let me just open the door and we'll have a look. That's a combi boiler, and it's the Truma. So as you all know how these work, you've all seen these. And the Truma heater is actually underneath this bench chair, that's where I put it. But as you can see, if you're looking at the rest of the van, you know, so I've just, you know, fitted out my cupboard. So realistically, there weren't nowhere else to put this diesel heater apart from underneath. Anyway guys, that's it. So we're in the first week of November, and we're going to be going to Scotland on the last week of November, and we're going to be going for 2 months. So that's something for us to look forward to. Just here's a good clean now guys. We've just come back from went out to the Dolomites, that didn't we? You obviously saw them videos now. But it's I hate cleaning since we come back. It's got to be all cleaned up now, and Dawn's going to clean all the insides and that, ready for the trip. Lovely jubbly. That's it then guys. Any questions? You know where to put them, and I'll catch you later. Cheers guys.